Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Round 8 Championship Men's Big V action here today in Gippsland. We have Gippsland United taking on the McKinnon Cougars. Matt Royal here, your play-by-play commentator for tonight, and joining alongside me is Reese Hamwriting. Welcome in, Reese.
How you going, Matt?
Going well, mate, and we're in for a cracker game here tonight. Looks like we're going to tip off early. We've got just under 4 minutes left on the warm-up clock, and yeah, looking forward to this clash.
Absolutely. McKinnon have had a really decent start to the season. Being 6-1, and with Gippsland slowly finding their rhythm. 4-3 record, tied for third at the moment. This is a quality matchup. Both sides really match really well, and both are very much getting their pace of this season.
Yeah, they certainly are, and obviously Gippsland haven't lost a game on their home court yet.
No, they haven't.
And they picked up their first road win last weekend when they travelled to Bellarine and got over the Storm, 112-102. It might be a bit of a tougher battle tonight as they take on the second place Cougars, who have some stellar players who last weekend took on Sunbury at home and won quite comfortably in their pink uniforms, which Green led the way for them with 23 points. He's having a stellar season, leading the league in rebounds, which is pretty good. So who else we got to look out for from the Cougars tonight?
Definitely, no one can ever go past this man, Troyce Manasseh. Absolute proven player within Big V for many, many years. Ever since he came from college, from Savannah State, did a stint in Asia, I believe, and then came and played for Southern Penn back in his early days, won a championship there, and then progressed through playing for Hume City, and then ultimately leading with McKinnon here. He's a danger man, but then there's also the heart of McKinnon, Mitch Barry, who is an absolute point god, in my opinion. Plays 94 feet, incredibly smart, sharp shooter. He's going to be those two in itself is going to be a matchup nightmare tonight for GU.
It certainly are. It is, and I'm guessing Brown is probably going to match up on Green. Washington probably with Manasseh, and obviously Benny Barlow going to go head-to-head with Mitch Barry, the two captains. That'll be interesting to see.
Absolutely. I'm really, really interested to see the Brown-Green matchup. Both top 5 in rebounds. Obviously, Green is leading and Bryce is slowly finding his pace. But Washington Manasseh is going to be an interesting one. Both play the same position, but both different skill sets. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. And obviously with Barlow and Barry, which we hope that is a matchup because that would just complete the trifecta as such. Some really, really good matchups on a lot of ways in this match.
That's it. It's going to be a cracker matchup. We've got 40 seconds left here on the warm-up clock in venue. Not too long before tip-off, that's for sure. As you see it coming across your screens, our starters for tonight, starting with Gippsland, we've got Brown, Washington, Morhu, Burkick and Barlow. And then we move across to the Cougars where we have Green, Manasseh, Barry, McQueen and Angok. Cracker game tonight. It's good to see Burkick back in the starting lineup for Gippsland for this game. He started on the bench last game, which was interesting to see, but it was probably a key move by Coach Scott McKenzie.
Absolutely. Burkick's still very much trying to get himself cemented within his new squad, which is always going to take time. But obviously tonight's probably one of those better matchups to look to go inside heavy, with McKinnon being really just Green and then a knock as your bigs, so trying to do some damage early.
As our players come into the game for tonight, we are quite close to tipping off. An interesting stat to see when I was doing my review for the game was neither team have anyone in the top 10 scorers for the league, so both teams look to have multiple contributors, which is interesting to see. So let's see how many players are on the board for each team tonight as we get ready for the tip here in the Gippsland Indoor Regional Sports Stadium. Round 8 Big V Championship men's basketball action. As the big men have a bit of fun and a laugh as they put their foot to the line as their ball goes in the air, and we're underway. Manasseh to control for the Cougars. Barry looking for the on-ball. Chooses against it. Green for three. There we go. Bang. Starts the game early with a big three.
Yeah, this is a matchup I'm looking forward to. Both very similar athletes. Do the exact same things nearly in a comparison. It's a way to start for Green there.
Nice little drive there by Benny Barlow, received from Burkitt. Can't put it in the hoop, though, as McKinnon bring it the opposite way. Through McQueen. Green again for three. Back of the iron this time. Barry with the rebound. Nice little inside pass to McQueen for two. Quick 5-0 lead for the Cougars. Washington up the top. On-ball screen from Burkitt. Doesn't really help him, unfortunately. Washington going downhill. Throws it out of bounds, says the referee. It's going to be Cougars' ball. Bit of confusion there from both teams.
I thought that was off a knock there. I thought he got the block statistic there, but looks like not. So we'll go the other way.
It's not the case. Angok does not get the block, but down the opposite end, receives the pass from Manasseh and makes the two.
7-0 run here for McKinnon. It's one of those things, the first couple of minutes of the game's kind of feeling out and seeing what works and doesn't work.
Morhu for three. Can't find the bottom of the net. Green with a rebound early to start his night. Oh, Manasseh crosses up Washington for two. Burkitt couldn't meet him at the ring, and we have a very early timeout from Gippsland. 8 minutes, 18, in fact, into this game. McKinnon with a 9-0 run. Not the start Gippsland wanted, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Like McKinnon have just come out firing. I don't think they've missed a shot, from my understanding. So, it's you've got, four scorers at the moment for McKinnon. They're sharing the ball very well. And obviously Scotty, being the experienced coach he is, has called the timeout there to slow the momentum.
And it's not even that Gippsland are throwing the ball away. We haven't had any turnovers yet. We haven't had any steals yet. It's just Gippsland haven't been able to put the ball in the hole.
Just not finding the bottom of the net right now, and I think that would be the message right now, is to try and find a good look to get on the scoreboard to take the pressure off.
As we come out of the timeout, we'll have a quick look around the courts, and it's Wyndham currently still in the lead against RMIT. My screen says 50-42. We'll have a quick refresh, and it's actually 57-48. So Wyndham going into RMIT at the moment, potentially going to walk out of there with a W, which is their first win for the season, I believe, as more who's to bring it up the court for Gippsland. A little bit of pressure there, token pressure, let's call it, from McQueen, who gets stuck in the on-ball. More who goes to work, nice little floater. Starts Gippsland's account for the night.
Yeah, Morhu's been quite consistent for GU this season, being a really good scoring threat, usually off the bench, so it's really good to see that he's had the start here.
Manasseh going at Washington, decides against it. McQueen gets it on the wing. Manasseh driving, can't make it this time. Burkitt pulls in a big rebound there for Gippsland. Morhu for three in the corner. Bang, there it is. Gippsland, 5-0 run. Out of that timeout is what Coach Scott McKenzie would have wanted to see.
Quick 5 points there for Morhu. Really good response.
McQueen spins on Barlow, can't put it in the hoop. Looks at the referee and goes, did I be fouled there? And unfortunately, Gippsland go down the other end. Brown goes to work. Tries to kiss one off the backboard, doesn't fall. McQueen running. Manasseh, that's not Manasseh, that's a Gok. Dishes out, that's Manasseh.
Great defense there by Burkitt.
Oh, look at that. Them two imports going head-to-head. It's going to be a great battle to see. We've only seen 3 minutes of it so far. We've got a lot of basketball to play as McQueen pulls up and puts the two in the hoop. Gippsland coming the other way. Barlow trying to steady the ship at the top. Washington into Burkick, who can't catch, and the referees are going to say Gippsland ball this time. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for here. Gippsland on the baseline. They'd be looking to get an easy 2 points off this end ball play.
Oh, great screen.
Great screen. A nice easy 2 points for Burkick there. Gets his night underway.
Really, really great play by Washington there, reading it there. The pin for his big man to get open.
Definitely as Barry crosses over Morhu and gives it off. Green catches on the elbow, gives it off. McQueen goes to ground as he tries to drive. Manassa has it in his hands with 3 on the shot clock. Creates space. Can't get it to fall as Brown pulls in a big rebound and Morhu pushes it up the court. Nice little pass to Brown, who goes hard to the rack. Called for the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And Gock called for that foul as the Cougars look to make some rotations here. 4 minutes into the game.
Looks like we've got Nate Raymond and Joshua Henry entering the game for their first minutes of the night.
Brown to the line for a 2. Misses the first. What are you going to say there, Reese?
I was going to say a really good response here from GEO that time out. Really slowed the pace of the game down, but ramped it up on their offensive end.
As Brown makes the second, and, you know, we have a look at some of the stats, and I believe Gippsland are number 1 for the season in pace of play.
They are.
McKinnon down the bottom, last.
Yeah, it's definitely 2 different ways, isn't it?
Henry spinning on Burkick. Can't get it to drop as Green tries to get a little tip in but can't control it. Washington and Manassa going at each other. Washington pulls up this time, finds the bottom of the net for 2. Like we said in the pregame, this matchup is going to be a fun matchup tonight.
This has got me excited. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
5 minutes into the game, we've still got 35 minutes to go. And we're going to see 30 minutes of at least that matchup, I would have thought. Green trying to create space. Here's another great matchup. Pulls half step back. Thank you. As he takes the Cougars lead to 3. Washington, nice little pass into Burkick, who juggles it and then just tips it in for the 2. Gippsland 12, McKinnon 13.
Yep, Burkick just barely got his hands on that one, but found the way to put it through the hole.
He's only just able to control it as Manassa goes hard at Washington there, finds the bottom of the bucket.
Now we're starting to see both teams really get into their rhythm of offense now.
Just the pre-game, or the early game nerves, I guess, had needed to settle as Nate Raymond comes away with a turnover and then throws a bad pass as Benny Barlow jumps in the way of it. Bryce Brown been doing very well for Gippsland the past few weeks. Goes to Morhu for the driving layup for 2.
Puts Morhu to 7 points for the game, getting busy early.
Very lucky that Gippsland have Morhu at the moment because he's playing tremendously well. Oh, as we have very heavy contact on the drive there from Bryce Brown. He's going to be called for the foul, and Green is going to go to the line for 2 free throws as Morhu has definitely a well-deserved break. And Demzik comes into the game. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds now that Morhu has gone to the bench.
Yeah, well, he's carried a big offensive load early, so it'll be interesting to see who steps up to the plate next.
Green makes the first. And the second.
Brings Green up to 7 as well for the game.
Back out to a 3-point lead for the Cougars. Brown gets it at the elbow. Turnaround, makes that. Demzik finding him quite nicely in his first touch for the game.
Yep.
Raymond driving, dishes it out. Manassa going downhill. Is he fouled? No, he's not, says the referee. Fumbles it out of bounds. And it'll be Gippsland ball as the Cougars have a couple of subs occurred, and it looks like Mitch Barry's back into the game for them.
Yep, Manassa going to the bench there. Definitely a bit unlucky with some of his shots. Some bit of defense played by Gippsland there, especially in Washington. Definitely a well-deserved rest.
Barlow into Burkick, who gets a Henry in the air and makes the 2. And that's Gippsland's first lead for tonight. Gippsland 18, McKinnon 17.
Burkick getting busy. He's got 6 points. He's been looking for that type of spark for a couple of games, so hopefully it keeps going.
Barry takes a lot of body and dishes out to Nate Raymond for the 3. And the Cougars take the lead straight back from United. Mitch Barry will not be happy with that foul. He felt like there was all this contact down the other end that he received, and he couldn't draw the foul. He says his little piece and he moves on, which is great to see. Gippsland inbound into Burkick from the sideline, goes to work, can't get it to drop, unfortunately. Raymond, bring it down. Henry with it at the top of the keyway. Barry pulls it for 3. Can't get it to drop. Burkick pulling in another rebound. He's got a few tonight. As Demzik looks to push it. He gets to the rack. Was it on the backboard? Referees say no.
I think Green just got a hand on that.
The Cougars push it down the other way. Physical game tonight. Very physical so far. Henry spinning. Front of the ring. Can't get it over. Barlow, trusty Barlow, pulls in the rebound. Brown going downhill, can't find the ring, and it's a fast-paced game here as the Cougars go the other way. Raymond goes straight into Barlow, who drops his hands, and he's going to be called for the foul. As we have both teams looking to go to their benches after some fast-paced action, just going up and down the floor.
I think McKinnon must have heard that they were down the bottom in pace and just decided to flip the script a little bit. Some really good basketball, though. It's been great to watch.
It is. It's very physical at the moment, but it's also within the spirit as well. It's not getting out of control as Raymond steps to the line for his first and makes that one.
Raymond's had a quiet little impact here in his first early minutes.
Makes the second, takes his account to 5 for the night. Demzik coming off the on-ball screen from O'Brien for 3. Can't get it to drop. There's Green grabbing another rebound. He'll have a few of them tonight. As Dehan, nice little floater for his first points for the night.
Yeah, got to his spot well and finished there.
Washington to Brown, who's in the keyway, copping a double team. O'Brien tries to go up, can't. Great defense there from the Cougars as Barry looks to push, gets it through to Green, and he makes the 2. That's going to take Green's account to about 9, I believe.
Yep, and if I'm not mistaken, he's got about 5 rebounds too, so he's on a very early double-double watch.
Washington lets one fly. That's probably his first for the night. Can't find it as the Cougars look to push it, and unfortunately Barry throws it out in front of a cock, and he just can't reel it in.
Got Nate Raymond coming out after a quick spurt of 5 points just in the matter of a couple of minutes there.
And McKinnon are able to take this lead out to 8 points, which is a good little gap for them with 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Here at the Gippsland Indoor Regional Sports Stadium, Washington calling for some on-balls. Throws the ball away. Barry goes and gives it off to Espiat. who gets a nice little 2-point fast break layup to extend the Cougars' lead out to 10.
So McKinnon have done well to respond here after GU coming out of that first time out.
And they've done it all without having to call a timeout or anything like that, as Mitch Evans goes hard to the rack and draws a bit of contact. He'll go to the line for 2 points as Mitch Barry calls the Cougars outside the three-point line to have a bit of a chat prior to these free throws. Luke Logan checking into the game for the Cougars. Evans to the line. He makes the first. And the second. Both teams been to the free throw line 4 times each tonight. Gippsland shooting at 75% and McKinnon shooting at that 100 perfect. As Barry has 5 on the clock. Drives hard to the racket. Can't draw the foul. As Gippsland come up with a really good defensive play there to end the quarter. It's McKinnon 28 to Gippsland 20. As you said, good little finish to the quarter there by the Cougars. Were able to stem that fight back from Gippsland and extend back out to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, that's right. It's been very much a game of runs at the moment. Like you would think, at the start, McKinnon was jumping out early, then GU came back, and then McKinnon's now gone back out in front and kept a nice little handy lead going into the second quarter. But Kyrell Green has been an absolute problem for GU at the moment. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and an assist, and a block to go with it as well. With that being supported by Troyce Manasseh with 4 there. And the interesting stat here, and it's very quiet, Mitch Barry's got 5 assists in 1 quarter. So it looks like he's in for a big night, just setting the pace and facilitating there. But, with that being said, GU, they're finding their rhythm early. You've got Morhu with 7. You've got Burkitt with 6. No one really screaming loud just yet for the rebound count, with Burkitt with 3 and the next being 2 with Barlow. So I think in a ways like this is very much a field quarter, and I think the second quarter is either going to be a bunch of fireworks or it's going to be still trying to establish what they're trying to do this game.
And it's interesting to see Brown and Washington for Gippsland both playing every minute so far. I guess with the couple of injuries that Gippsland have got and the unavailabilities as well, it could be a big game from a minutes point of view for them 2 players.
Absolutely. There's not much real depth there at the moment for Gippsland. Obviously you can find probably your imports and Barlow and stuff like that probably play some heavy minutes tonight. But with that being said, Kyrell Green has played the full 10 minutes too for McKinnon. And he does not look out of place at all. He looks very fit at the moment, and he seems to be just working hard.
As we start the second quarter here in Gippsland, Gippsland have the ball. And it's in the hands of Washington, who gets an on-ball screen from Stephen O'Brien, dishing out to Brown for 3, who puts it in the bottom of the net and says, "Thank you, I'll take 3."
Yeah, that puts Brown up to 6 for the game. Nice little step side 3 there.
As the Cougars down the other end, Angok into Green, who goes hard. Brown meets him at the ring with a nice block, but Stevie O'Brien throws it away, unfortunately, and the Cougars will come back at Gippsland with a little bit of speed.
Definitely some good pace here.
Angok finds the front of the ring, no good. Gippsland look to push. Brown wants it in his hands. He's got a hot hand at the moment. Spins. Is he fouled? Yes, he is, says the referee. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws, as Angok is called for his 3rd foul.
And it looks like Angok has picked up his 3rd personal for the game, which is not over ideal. So it looks like Henry's going to come in and give him a rest.
Definitely not ideal for the Cougars, especially with still 9 minutes to play in the second quarter, but potentially a bit of a blessing in disguise for Gippsland. It might mean Stevie O'Brien doesn't have to play extended minutes. That I guess they probably hope he doesn't have to play too many, coming back from his injury as Brown misses the first. He finds the bottom of the net for the second, takes his account to 7 for the night. And I guess, you know, the Cougars went on that little run when Morhu went out as well. So potentially that little bit of lost momentum with Morhu still sitting on the bench. Be interesting to see when Coach Scott McKenzie calls him back as Barry goes hard to the rack, can't get it to drop. Gippsland push it the other way. Demzik for 3 in the corner, celebrating with the bench. Brings the deficit back to 1 point game. Henry inside, can't find the bottom of the net, but that's Green chasing it up, finishing it off as Brown goes the other way. Quick 2 as McKinnon aren't happy, wanting to call a timeout. Coach James McKinnon did not look too happy there. We are 1 minute 30 into the second quarter. And this quarter, the Cougars are calling the early timeout.
They are. It looked like a bit of a flip of the script from the first. It seems to be the theme at the moment. But GU have just really just pushing the pace like they are number 1 in the league for, and just really capitalising on every pass that they're making at the moment. So, you look at it now, Brown's now up to 9 points for the game, being very influential down low as well defensively. Kyrell Green is still very much lingering around. He's up to 11-7 right now. We're going to keep an eye on that as this quarter progresses. But GU right now will be looking to try and build on this momentum. But still, Brown and Washington have not left the floor yet for the first time. So it's really good to see that the imports that are in this league are really keeping up with the pace of this basketball, whilst also, keeping our foul trouble and everything else in between. So it will be interesting to see what McKinnon do here to respond.
As James McKinnon has a quick little chat to the referees coming out of the timeout, it's Cougars ball. Manessa has it in his hands. As Green pulls up for 3, whack. Takes his account to 14 for the night, 14-7, 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, Green is on fire. He is getting it done early.
Burkick going to work against Henry, who comes up with the ball. Great defense there by the Cougars. We've got a pull-up 3 in fast break. Unfortunately, can't go. That's Luke Logan. Washington with the ball in his hands. Gippsland will be looking for him to start firing very soon as Demzik for 3 again. And he lets his opponent know about it, that's for sure. Washington and Manessa overplays, unfortunately. Manessa goes in, gives to Barry for 3, can't get it to drop. Brown can't chase down that rebound, unfortunately.
Demzik providing as a sharpshooter right now in that corner. He's really liking it. He's hit 2 threes. He's enjoying his time there.
And that's it as Logan gets it in the corner, looks at it, decides against it, and Gippsland just let it go past them. And the Cougars recover as Manessa fires for 3. Can't find the bottom of the net, and Burkick pulls in a big rebound for Gippsland. Washington going downhill, out to Demzik with the hot hand. Finds the front of the ring, backboard, can't get it to drop. Barry pushing it. Spins. Nice little layup there from Barry, who's not overly happy with the contact he's receiving.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's only Barry's first score of the game. So very quiet to start off with, but certainly influential.
As Barlow going downhill from the top of the keyway out to Burkick for 3, who loves it. Oh, banks it closed. on a Saturday night, that's for sure. Manassa pushing to Logan, goes inside to Henry. Henry Burkick. That's been a really fun matchup to see when they've been on the court together.
You can see a bit of agitation as well with McKinnon's bigs not being able to get anything they want inside.
As Barry pulls in the rebound and Demzik gets his hand in the cookie jar, knocks it free, and the referee says Gippsland ball. Mitch Barry not overly happy with that. Gippsland United bench certainly happy. As Demzik checks out and Morhu comes back into the game for Gippsland. Same play, same baseline play as before. Burkick just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Yeah, McKinnon breathing a sigh of relief on that one. Now coming down to find a way to answer back.
Henry for a little floater for two. Little switch on the high on-ball screen resulted in defenders having some offensive players having some mismatch there. It was good to see the Cougars see that and go inside. Washington somehow continues to control the ball, as does Ben Barlow. Seems like that ball needs a wipe, as the referee calls a foul here on McQueen. With about 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Cougars won't be happy about that.
Bit unfortunate there, I think, but the way they're going through is finding it.
Luke Logan checks out for Nate Raymond. Gippsland with the ball on the sideline. Over the top into Burkick, who fumbles, can't catch it, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Cougars ball. Great defensive there by the Cougars. As Manassa brings it up for the Cougars. We've got 5.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. 5-point lead by the Cougars as Henry gets one inside to go. Green with a nice little assist. Barlow's going to be assigned the foul, and Henry's going to go to the free throw line for a bonus.
Henry being very productive at the moment, just playing that undersized big role. Currently up to 4 points and 3 rebounds as well, so doing his job early.
Cougars grab the offensive rebound there through Manassa, who goes inside. They can't find the bottom of the net, as that's Green outside, hitting that 3 ball. Extends the Cougars lead to 10.
That's Kyrell's 17th point for the evening.
Brown steps back for the reply 3, can't get it to drop. Manassa grabs the rebound and he's looking to push it. And the pace is rising here for the Cougars, and that's Green inside again for another 2.
Kyrell Green is an unstoppable man at the moment for McKinnon.
19 points in 16, not even 16 minutes of basketball. He's definitely causing some troubles for Gippsland as the Cougars bring it the other way. Manassa's played his part for the Cougars tonight, that's for sure. McQueen goes hard to the rack, dishes out. Raymond runs into a brick wall of Burkick, draws the foul. And he's going to go to the charity stripe for a couple of free throws.
Nate Raymond being smart there realised that Burkick was coming up to make a play, and obviously went into him to draw the foul.
As Raymond makes the first. McKinnon currently shooting 5 from 6 from the free throw line tonight. Can't get the second to drop. As Gippsland come the other way.
Gippsland really want to try and get a score here because right now McKinnon are running away.
definitely need to stem the flow as Brown turns around and they go to Trusty Brown for a turnaround 2.
Puts him up to 11 points for this affair with a cozy 4 rebounds.
McQueen with the hands off to Henry for 2. He's just adding to his account, Henry. 6 for tonight. As Washington tries to control at the top for Gippsland. Behind the back, crossover of Maness. Goes to Burkick, who shot fakes and then goes up for the 2. Gippsland able to bring that lead down, that's for sure. Henry here. Oh, he's got Burkick in trouble. Unfortunately, can't find the bottom of the net. Burkick was on ice skates right there. As Washington crosses over and goes around Manessa. Decides to dish out. Burkick on the 3-point line. Dribbles in. Up against Henry. Finds the bottom of the net that time for 2.
Puts Burkick into double digits here with 10. Some really good performance outing here for the bigs from Gippsland.
9-point lead now to McKinnon as Green, bang, finds the bottom of the net with a big dunk. Just no one in front of him there. Just a lack of communication or something from Gippsland just gives him the open lane, and Coach Scott McKenzie doesn't like him what he sees and calls his last time out for the half.
I'm calling this early, but if Gippsland can't find a way to stop Green at the moment, I think he might potentially go off for a 40 or 50 ball here, which I'm sure they don't really want. But again, Kyrell Green has not come off the court. He's got 21 points, he's got 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and shooting an incredible 80% from field. One-man wrecking ball.
He is definitely carrying the Cougars on his shoulders tonight. And then you look down the scoring column, and the next top scorer is Henry and Raymond with 6, and you would not pick them to be as the Cougars' top scorers when you've got the likes of Manessa and Barry on that list. That even McQueen, it's interesting to see that they're the next 2 high scorers, and that just shows how much of a dominant game Green is having.
But McKinnon are also doing a really good team game as well. Sure, Green's got 21 points, but they've also got 9 other scorers. So that to me shows that it's great team basketball that they're playing at the moment. Sure, Green's got 21, like I said, but he's shooting at 80%. Of course, you're going to keep giving him the ball to keep letting him go to work.
And the only player that hasn't hit the court tonight for the Cougars, I believe, is Coach James McKinnon, and he's not going in for Green, is he?
Absolutely not. I think if you were to ask Coach McKinnon that, he would tell you kindly that Kyrell is the person.
As Gippsland come out of the timeout with a big 3 to the skipper, Benny Barlow. Proudly sponsored by BR Electrical, I must say, as he gets the steal. Here he goes. 2 points, fast break. Gippsland cut the lead back to 6. Big time out there from Coach Scott McKenzie has brought this game back to within reaching.
It just seems like that Gippsland are just finding ways to keep around. They've had a margin of 13 points, now it's down to 6.
Green gets Brown in the air and draws the foul against him. And look, it's something that Gippsland have done all season. Don't get me wrong. We think about last 2 weeks ago when they were at home against Warrandyte. They were in a similar position. They just kept hanging in there, and come the last quarter, they finished on the right side of the leaderboard when the final siren went.
It's like they're trying to throw the bait into the, to try and hook it in, hey, you're going to have to play all 4 quarters for us.
McQueen looks for 3, can't get it to drop as Burkick pulls the rebound in, and Morhu goes to work. Drives nice and hard. Oh, great block there by Green coming from behind. That was huge, and it's going to go the opposite way for the Cougars. Henry throws one up. Bit of a strange shot. Unfortunately, can't get it to drop and has another go. Gippsland steady the ship now.
That's a great athleticism there by Green. Really great job getting into that ball there.
Into Burkick, who looks to go to Barlow. It comes off a shoe. It's going to stay with Gippsland ball as the Cougars have a sub. That's Henry checking out. And did you see on the last play Washington checking out for Gippsland? He's taking his first seat for the night.
Well deserved. He's been pretty proactive there. So, to play that many minutes and without a break is tough.
Tankard checks in, can't get it to drop. Very late in the shot clock there for Gippsland. Oh, Green, got to have a hand in front of him. That time, finds the front of the ring. Nilly follows it up. Barlow with his sticky hands gets in there for the rebound. Morhu goes to Brown. Thank you. 2 points, an easy 2. That's 4 points. 4 points is the difference here in Gippsland. We've got 36 seconds remaining in the first half. As McQueen crosses up, Tankard goes to the rack, draws the M1. Tankard, one of your boys there, mate, just stuck his hands in, and unfortunately it was game over from there.
Yeah, especially on someone like McQueen, who's well experienced at this level, being a part of some of their championship runs. Just a little bit unfortunate for Tankard there.
McQueen makes great work of the free throw, extends that lead out to 7. Nate Raymond bringing the pressure there on Morhu, trying to keep the ball out of his hands. That must be the message coming out of James McKinnon, is we want to keep the ball out of Morhu's hands, because when he's had it, he's looked dangerous for Gippsland. As Burkick throws it into the foot of Green. And Gippsland will have a reset of the shot clock. However, still a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. We've got 16 on the game clock, 16.2 I should add, and 14 on the shot clock. So Gippsland should have the last possession of the game if they can keep control of it. And Brown spins, shot fake, gets Green off the ground, makes the 2, gives Barry, though, 5 seconds to go to work. What's he going to do? Out to McQueen for 3. He can't get it to drop, though, and that's the end of the first half here in Gippsland Indoor Regional Sports Stadium. We've got the McKinnon Cougars 52 to Gippsland United 47. Game of runs, definitely a period of runs just then. Gippsland did well to bring it back to 5 points.
Well, yeah, considering they were down by 13 points in this quarter, they've done a great job, but that's also been on the back of a lot of great performances from Rowan Denzik, who made some threes early in that quarter. Bryce Brown's now up to 15 points for the game, followed by Matt Burkick with 10, which seems like the bigs are getting busy in this affair. But just to pivot away from that for a minute, Kyrell Green, what an absolute awesome 20 minutes of basketball he just had. He's got 21 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and still shooting a pretty healthy 73% from field. What an absolute first half performance there by Green for McKinnon.
Definitely has been steering the ship when it comes to a lot of things for McKinnon, that's for sure, for Green. And we'll take a quick look at Gippsland, and Brown and Burkick have both hit double points, and I did not see Burkick having double points at the half, that's for sure.
I don't think many people would have had that on their bingo cards tonight, but when you do get some smaller matchups, that tends to happen. He's had more of the matchups of O'Henry and Angok, which Angok is in foul trouble with 3 fouls, and O'Henry's been trying to battle him as well. So,
hey! As we've got the SimCity Golf halftime putt, thanks to Stadium 34 going off. That's a half-court putt going through. What do we say? 10-centimetre hole. Thank you to that gentleman out there on centre court for bringing the halftime entertainment, as we're just going to take a quick break, grab a drink, and we'll be back very shortly. We've got 7.5 minutes remaining in the half before we get back for the second half for tip-off. We'll catch everyone shortly. Welcome back into the Gippsland Indoor Regional Sports Stadium for this Round 8 Big V Championship Men's action between the Gippsland United and the McKinnon Cougars. We've got a 5-point game here tonight, Reece, and it's been quite exciting so far.
It has. It's had a bit of everything, a bit of fast pace, slow pace, some highlights as well. It seems like all of the blocks that have happened this game have been with malicious intent. So I'm looking forward to seeing a few more of those from Brown and Green this half.
As we've got 45 seconds before we get back underway here, we'll quickly go around the courts and have a look at some of the other results for tonight's game. It looks like RMIT have got back into the lead against Wyndham. No, it's not. It's tricking us, the website. When you go into the game, it's actually got Wyndham 88 to RMIT 84, and that says 0-0. So that game looks like it is over. Wyndham getting their first win for the season. What else do we got? We've got Ballerine currently travelling to Pakenham, and we are late in the second quarter. Ballerine 46 to Pakenham 36, and Warrandyte travelled to Melbourne Uni. Warrandyte currently have the lead. It looks like it's half-time, 56 to 43. And we'll quickly have a look at our visiting McKinnon teams. The Youth League 1 men's team lost to Bendigo earlier today, 96 to 77. And the VYC women Cougars defeated Melbourne 74-69. So a good win there by the youth champ women for McKinnon. And then earlier tonight here in Gippsland, we had the Youth League 3 men losing to Mornington 74-85, and our Division 1 women defeating Craigieburn 89 to 54, as we have a little bit of action out there on the play with Burkitt called for an offensive foul for blocking.
You don't see that every day.
No, you don't see a player being piggybacked by a big centre on opposite teams, that's for sure. But the referees were hot onto it, which is good to see, and play continues as the Cougars going hard in McQueen, going downhill. Hits plenty of iron, but just can't find the net.
Great defence there by Ben Barlow.
Gippsland going the other way through Ben Barlow. And that's Moore, outside the three-point line, looking to create. Can't find an opening. Washington nearly loses the ball, does lose the ball, and is called for a foul there while trying to dive on that loose ball. It's going to be 2 quick fouls there for Gippsland the first minute. As we thank our game commissioner for tonight, covering the floor wiping duties, allows us to get underway. Manasseh bringing the ball up for the Cougars. Trying to go past Washington, who has to go over the top in the end. Green tips it out, and it's going to be Gippsland ball.
Some really good defensive possessions here for Gippsland early. Really good to see.
Game's definitely toughened up. Like, no easy baskets like we got, especially late in the second. Both teams obviously got a little bit of a chance to freshen up at halftime, and hopefully we're going to see a bit of a tightly contested competition there as Burkitt finds it inside. Off the glass for 2 with a nice find there from Moorhoo.
Yeah, it brings his tally to 12 for the game.
McQueen over the top to Henry. Burkitt says no thank you with a nice little block, and Manasseh drives, pulls up, nice little floater. Gippsland really pushing the pace over the half-court line in the first 2 seconds of the shot clock, and finds Washington on the 3. Front iron, back iron, no good. Manasseh and Moorhoo going at it. That's a great matchup as well. This is an even better one with Washington and Manasseh. That's a 3-point to McQueen. Can't find the bottom. Moorhoo grabs it. Oh, Brown. Great cut. Moorhoo goes himself, though. And that's another couple of points there to Moorhoo, taking him to 9 for the night.
Yeah, that's his first 2 points. He didn't score in the second quarter, despite having 7 to start with.
Manasseh and Washington going at it. Washington got his hands in it that time to disrupt the ball out of bounds. Cougars ball on the sideline. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Manasseh calls for it in the post. This is what we want to see. Decides just to shoot that over Washington. No good, though. Morhu pushing it. Into Brown. Brown and Green. That's another great matchup as Burkick recovers the rebound. Goes up and over. Henry for 2. And that's brought the lead back to 1 point for the Cougars. We are in for a clash tonight.
Burkick's been all over the boards at the moment. He's up to 9 for the game.
As McQueen goes over the top of Burkick and finds the bottom of the net. Morhu pushing to Burkick. Oh, Burkick tried the shot fake. No one went up. And then he had to go underneath and reverse. Can't get it to fall. Barry and Barlow. Off to Manasseh, who gets Washington caught on a screen. Enough space to find 2. Nice little fadeaway there.
It's probably what Manasseh needed there, just to get back into this game.
Brown, Manasseh ends up with the ball on a fast break. Nice little layup for 2. That takes McKinnon's lead back out to 7. A good little run there from McKinnon, 6-0. Definitely what the Cougars wanted to see to steady the ship. Morhu with a nice crossover. Barlow going at Barry. Finds Burkick inside. Cops a little bump. Can't finish though. Should have finished. As the Cougars just throw it down and turn it over. Washington recovers. Nice little crossover there from Washington. Finds Benny Barlow for 3. There it is. A great 3-pointer there from Benny Barlow to steady the ship and break that run of the Cougars.
Even though Washington hasn't been a scoring presence for Gippsland, he's up to 6 assists for the game.
It's a different night Washington's having tonight as Henry goes up, gets met at the ring by Brown. Can't finish it as Gippsland push the other way. Burkick goes up. Draws the foul. It's going to be assigned to Manasseh, who's blowing, might I add. He's having a good blow. I think all players are, though, unfortunately. That's been a bit of up and down play.
It certainly has, and to put it again, Kyrell Green has not come off for a rest at all this game. So I can imagine what he's kind of feeling at the moment.
Burkick to the line for 2. Makes that first one.
Ties him for the scoring leader alongside Brown with 15.
It's his first free throw for the night. Makes the second, shooting 100%. And we have a 2-point ball game here in Gippsland with the Cougars still in front. Raymond coming off that side screen to Angok for a nice little dunk. Oh, good screen there by Burkick. Morhu found it. Can't finish at the ring, though, unfortunately. As the Cougars push it the other way. Angok goes up again. Can't find the ring. As Gippsland are going to be called for a rebounding foul here. And that's going to be assigned to Washington. A little bit of contact.
Just a little bit.
As we have Coach James McKinnon calling a timeout for McKinnon. Got a little bit tongue-tied there, unfortunately. 4 minutes 44 remaining in the third quarter. McKinnon have a 4-point lead. A very interesting timeout, though. Like, didn't need to break any runs, or the game was in the balance. We have a...
I think Coach McKinnon definitely saw something he didn't like and wanted to address it whilst it was their end ball as well. Potentially to set up a play to get back ticking on the scoreboard as well. it will be interesting to see what they come out here as, because right now Kyrell Green has not scored this quarter. And I think that's what they'll probably be looking to do. But he is doing some damage on the boards with 11. So he's gearing up for a yet another probably season high. I think last week, if I'm not mistaken, he had 20 rebounds. Yes, he did. Yep. And he had 2 blocks to go with it. So I think he's trying to either replicate or do one better.
23 and 20 he had last week in the Cougars' win over Sunbury in them special pink uniforms that they wore last week. As players return to the court, McKinnon have the ball on their baseline with a fresh shot clock. As you said, Coach James McKinnon's probably wanting to get a nice little 2 points out of this and get on a run, but it doesn't turn out that way. Gippsland handing the cookie jar, get the steal. And then McKinnon forced the turnover there from Brown. And then they steady the ship, going through their offensive set. Well, it's not much of an offensive set when Manessa's just driving to the rack. Dishes out to Angok. Can't finish the 3. Ball ends up in Benny Barlow's hands. Burkick copping a hell of a lot of physical contact in the keyway. As Barlow can't make the 3 drop. It comes off a Cougar hand.
Just finding this quarter as being very physical. A lot of them not getting to spots that they really want to. So it's been great to see how they've been adapting.
Both coaches obviously had the chat at halftime and said we've got to use our physicality to stop people getting to the positions that they want to, as Burkick misses the hook shot there and McKinnon run. And that's a turnover thrown out of bounds there by DeHaan, who threw it out to no one. There's a fair bit of contact on the play, though. Was waiting for a referee whistle not to come.
I think Brown will be counting that as a get-out-of-jail-free card there.
As Demzik comes back into the game for Morhu, ball in hand. And he gets himself 3 from behind the three-point line. Yes, sir. He's happy about that. He's dancing down the court.
Yeah, that's his 3rd triple from 3 with that being said. So he is 100% from the field.
As McKinnon looked to steady the ship, Gippsland back within 1 point. Green from behind the 3. Finds the front of the ring. Didn't have enough legs on it. Maybe he's starting to run out of legs. As Washington, going downhill, draws the foul. The foul is called on Manasseh. He's going to be his 2nd. Washington's going to go to the line for 2 as McKinnon have a couple of subs occurring. Freshen the legs up coming into the last 3 minutes of the 3rd period.
Washington's got the opportunity here to put Gippsland in front for the first time this evening.
Misses the first. Can't put him in front now, unfortunately.
Oh, we can try and tie it up.
Definitely tied up. It's only got 2 points on the board, though. It's a very quiet night from a scoring point of view for Washington.
Yeah, with that being said, though, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. It's been productive. Probably not what we're used to seeing from him. He's obviously been a really great scoring threat. But, it'll be interesting to see what the last quarter kind of brings.
62 all here in the Gippsland Indoor Regional Sports Stadium. As Angok goes to the rack and gets a nice little reverse layup for 2 to take the lead back for the Cougars. It's Washington, fast pace, out to Demzik on the 3-point line. Nearly spins himself around without even knowing. Burkick gets a nice little inside pass, up and under for 2. Ties the game back at 64 apiece.
Burkick's had a really efficient inside game tonight. He's up to 18, and Washington's got his 7 assists for the night.
Burkick is on double-double watch with 9 rebounds to go with his points as Barry shoots the 3 outside. Can't get it to drop. And it's going to be Gippsland ball. As we have subs going everywhere. Burkick going to have a well-deserved break for Gippsland, and Stevie O'Brien coming in as Dehan takes a seat for McKinnon. Washington bringing the ball up, calling for an on-ball. He goes straight past there, gets in the air, draws the foul. And that foul's going to be assigned to Angok, I believe. And that's his 4th.
It's not going to help McKinnon at all, especially he's just started to get going too. So a bit unfortunate there for Angok, but I'm sure he'll keep well rested going into the 4th.
As Washington comes to the line, he just seems to be getting in the air early before the defender can get under him, and I think that's what's beating him at the moment as he makes the first.
Washington up to 5 points for the game, but gives Gippsland their first lead this evening.
Makes the second, extends that lead to 2. As Barry brings the ball up for the Cougars. Wanting to get on the board. Oh. As Espert nearly throws it across court and turns it over. That's Logan pulling up, can't get it to drop. Green in there, going to work. Puts it up, probably caught a body, couldn't get it. As Mitch Evans goes for 2 and drops it in. Goaltending.
It's a great find there from Brown to Evans cutting. Really good there.
As we have a pause in play at the moment. The referees are wanting to get the floor cleaned down the other end. There's a fair bit of contact down here, and I reckon Green was probably unlucky to get a foul call there. He sort of got a little bit tunneled or taken out from underneath.
Yeah, certainly a bit there, and probably a bit of frustration too for Green now. Been kept scoreless so far this quarter, which is a great job to Gippsland the way they've done things.
As we have a late sub now occurring for McKinnon. Espert checking out. Manassa coming back in. Manassa had a nice little break there. As Barry goes hard, and he's going to be called for the offensive foul. Demzik gets to the floor first and draws the foul. Bit of a frustration play there as well, you reckon?
Yeah, just a little bit. You could see it was kind of building up for a while, especially in the first half with Barry. It certainly hasn't been the quarter that he's been hoping for, especially in that first half. Very quiet with the 2 points and still on 5 assists, which he had in the first half. So we'll be looking to get going.
14 points, 14% from the field as well for Barry probably doesn't help the cause, let's cause it. And we hope he can turn that around very soon for himself as he finds Green at the top of the 3. Can't get it to drop. Henry uses his body quite well to move Brown out of the way. And then Mitch Evans comes across to try and support. Hits him on the arm. And Henry's going to go to the line for 2. He's having quite a big game for McKinnon as well.
He has, that rebound there just put him to 10 for the game, which is impressive off the bench.
Missed the first. He struggled a little bit from the free throw line over the last few years when we've seen him throughout the Big V competition. And there he misses again, unfortunately. Oop. As a great heads-up play there by Green to recover the rebound and throw it off O'Brien before falling out of bounds. McKinnon going to keep the ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 57 remaining on the game clock. Straight to work. Green going hard again. Just goes straight through Brown. Shows his physicality. as the referees call a delay of game. I believe that might have been to McKinnon. One of their players must have touched that ball after it entered the net. As Gippsland come back the other way, 2-point lead. That's Washington coming off an on-ball from O'Brien, who's going to go to work against Henry, decides against it. Demzik on the three-point line, he likes that. O'Brien throws it up, front of the ring. Can't get it to drop. That was a very late shot clock shot. Here we go, Logan for three, no good. Oh, there we go, Henry. There's going to be a sign for the foul. There was a fair amount of contact there from McKinnon. And that's Washington on the ground. As the referees will talk that over.
Yeah, it's certainly don't like to see those type of plays at all, but it is well within the nature of things.
There's a bit of frustration potentially coming out on that play, in which we're going to have a disqualification foul called on Josh Henry. He's going to have to leave the game for that.
Yeah, I think I'd be a bit worried if I'm Josh Henry here, because that's probably nearly a reportable offence, especially now being DQ'd as well, which from my understanding to the league's operation manual is that it actually has to go to a report. So it'll be interesting to see what the next kind of couple of weeks looks like at BV headquarters whilst they assess this one.
As Washington gets back to his feet, crowd give him a round of applause. We're going to have a substitution for Washington by the looks of things.
Doesn't look in a good way either. No, it seems like he's getting his wits about him. So hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Looks like Captain Benny Barlow is going to come in and shoot the free throws, because the sub will have to come in and shoot them free throws for the DQ. We've got 17 seconds here remaining in the third. As Barlow makes the first. Makes the second. As Gippsland receive the ball back, Washington trying to check back into the game nice and early.
Trying to get back in there.
I think Coach Scott McKenzie's going to sit him out for the rest of the quarter. We've got 17 seconds remaining here in Gippsland. We've got Gippsland with a 4-point lead as Barlow looks to steady the ship at the top of the keyway. Looking for work off the on-ball screen and launch the three. Can't get it to drop. And we have a referee blow a whistle with the siren going off. What are the referees going to do here? We have to wait and see. We're waiting for the call. Looks like the referee may have made the call for the shot clock going off. We've still got 1.5 seconds on the game clock. Referee has made the error. He's now calling a jump ball, and the arrow is going to Gippsland. So Gippsland have got 1.5 seconds remaining on the clock here to inbound the ball in their front court. Let's see what they can come up with. It goes into Brown, who gets a fadeaway shot. Can't get it to drop, and that's the end of the quarter here in Gippsland. Gippsland able to get back in front, 70-66, and the crowd is getting into it here in the venue. Look, not the quarter that McKinnon wanted.
No, looks like they ended that quarter outscored 23-14, which is not ideal at all. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but McKinnon are on a double header this week, with tomorrow going back home to play against Pakenham. So I think Coach McKinnon will be in two minds here. Do they, want to keep trying to throw your main guys through and try and save some legs for tomorrow, or try and get the win tonight to, pay it off for tomorrow? But it will be interesting to see how this last quarter goes for them. But going through some of their leaders for the game, Matt Burkick with 18 points and 9 rebounds. And we've got Bryce Brown with 15 points and 7 rebounds and 4 assists, as well as some two blocks. I thought who was really, really good that quarter was Ben Barlow. He has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, putting together a very vintage Ben Barlow game. But looking at McKinnon, Kyrell Green was kept to 2 points that quarter, and only held to about 3 rebounds as well. He's with 23 points and 13 rebounds. Troyce Manasseh hasn't really got going this game. He's got 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but he's usually a guy that comes out and drops around 18 to 22 points a game for them, and then supported by McQueen with 9 points and 4 rebounds. So an entertaining fourth quarter coming up.
Certainly is. We've got just 5 seconds remaining in this break as our players look to re-enter the court. Gippsland 70, McKinnon 66. It's going to be McKinnon ball to start the quarter. A lot of frustration from McKinnon that quarter. Gippsland are, trying to go with the momentum here, so it'll be interesting to see how McKinnon start the quarter, whether they can stem this momentum of Gippsland, or whether Gippsland are going to get a run on and potentially run over the top early, let's call it, as McKinnon have the ball through Manasseh, top of the keyway. Captain Barry looks for 3, and he drops it. There we go. We have a ball game.
Yep, I think Barry would be very happy to see that one go through the net.
It didn't look like missing either. Like, it looked good out of the hands, and he was happy with it. As Washington steps back, can't get that one to drop, and McKinnon are running. Manasseh pushing the ball on Brown. Step back, creates enough space and drops the 2, and McKinnon are back in the lead like that. 40 seconds into the fourth period.
Yeah, Manasseh trying to find his way early, trying to close this game out.
So the problem McKinnon have got now is they've got Angok with 4 fouls. As Demzik goes to the rack, can't get it. Great defense there by Green. Angok's on 4 fouls, and they've got Henry GD'd. So as McQueen goes and makes the 2, so from that defensive spot, Green's going to have to do a lot of work. But McKinnon have come out firing. There's another steal. And McQueen going to work. It goes out to Manasseh for 3, and that's looking good from here. Oh, back of the iron. Commentator's curse. He goes hard against Brown and finds 2. And Scott McKenzie has got his hands out for a timeout. That's a great start to the quarter for the Cougars. 75-70 here in Gippsland. 8 minutes 39. McKinnon's gone on the 9-0 run.
Yes, what a way to start the fourth quarter for McKinnon. Troyce Manasseh getting busy early. We just mentioned that in the break at three-quarter time that he had been a bit quiet. I think he heard the message and said, "I've got it, boys, and I'm going to try and get after it quickly."
Definitely it's been great from the Cougars' point of view to come out firing. Like I said, they looked frustrated late in that third quarter, but just to be able to put all that aside, get back out on the court and bring their basketball to the forefront and beat them on the basketball court, it's great work from the Cougars here to have that 5-point lead. What's the message from Coach Scott McKenzie in the Gippsland huddle?
I think it's just getting quality looks. They've been playing with pace all game, but they also want to, probably, within reason, put up shots. They've kind of turned over the ball a couple of times in this last passage of play. So I think Scott will be just reining them back in and going, hey, we know which way we need to play. Let's get back to it.
Gippsland ball on the far end line as McKinnon bring a little bit of pressure. Washington receives it. Vanessa's playing the defense. It's been a quality matchup all game. We've got another 8.5 minutes of it to go. Brown inside. Out to Barlow, shot fake. Pulls up, makes it. Looked like McKinnon might have been in a bit of a zone.
It looked like it. Didn't quite catch it what it was, but looks like it was a bit of a... it might have been a bit of overhelp too on Brown, considering he's been doing a lot of damage inside.
Barry catches at the top of the keyway, or top of the three-point line, I should add. Goes to work on Demzik. Receives a fair bit of contact, and he's going to be called a foul. And that's just the experience of Barry coming out there late in this game.
As I said, I think it's 2 or 3 championships that does it to you at this level. You know, and it's good to see that he's been super aggressive to start this quarter.
Misses the first, which is unlike Barry going to the free throw line and missing, but it does happen on occasions. Especially missing 2.
Yes, probably not like him, but it is summing up to be that type of game that he's had tonight.
Brown catches it in the post, looking to go to work with a fadeaway. Can't get it to drop. Big man Burkick over the top. Referee calls jump ball, and it's going to stay with Gippsland. Baseline play from Gippsland. As the referees have got a wet ball, calling for the floor wipers to dry that off. 7 minutes 42 remaining here. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Gippsland for this inbound play. Let's see whether they pull out what they've pulled out the last 3 times. No, something different. Big screen there by Washington, gets Burkick open. Vanessa goes out hard. Washington goes to the rack, can't get it to drop. Burkick goes to work, throws it across to Manassa, who then dribbles it out of bounds. Bit of pressure there from Gippsland. Causes that turnover.
Was that offensive rebound by Burkick puts him in a double-double with 18 and points and 10 rebounds.
Did Henry end up with his double-double before he
I don't
got
believe
GD?
so.
Nah, it looks like he missed out on the points.
As
Gippsland
double digits rebounds.
Look to reset. Demzik catches it at free throw line. Got a lot of pressure. With the referees calling a foul there. That foul's been assigned to Aspet. Picks up his first for the game. 3-point deficit here. McKinnon have the lead here in the Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium. Round 8, Big V action as we have another foul there called on Aspet. That will be his second.
Yeah, I think a little bit overzealous here by Aspet. Maybe just needs to allow the catch to happen and play in front here, but 2 quick fouls there.
It's the pressure that McKinnon are looking to play, though. That's probably what we've got to take away from this, is that they're trying to not allow Washington to have a catch. As Demzik uses his ball handling skills to cross over, dishes out to Barlow for 3. Benny Barlow ties the game at 75. And the crowd in here at Gippsland are enjoying that. 75 apiece. Looks like McQueen over there going to work. Finds Green, who's able to draw a foul there on... Looks like it's going to be called on Bryce Brown. It's going to be his third.
So not danger signs for Brown, especially with 6 minutes 50 to go. I think you leave him out there.
I think you leave him out there until he gets his fourth. If he gets one early, then you might have to pull him. But at the moment, he's been doing a great job on Green.
He certainly has.
Green has definitely slowed since the first half. As he steps to the free throw line and misses the first. They were shooting really well from the free throw line earlier, McKinnon. They're now at 50%. He's able to make the second and take the lead. McKinnon 76, Gippsland 75, 6 minutes 45 remaining here in the fourth. As Brown looks for the three, can't get it to fall. Benny Barlow finds the rebound to Mohu for two. Benny Barlow's got his glasses on tonight.
Barlow is having a quarter at the moment for Gippsland.
15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Not a bad night from the captain. As Barry and Burkick. What a matchup. Barry's going to go past him. Gets past him but can't get the layup to drop. Burkick grabs the rebound out to Mohu, who pushes. Here it is. Brown versus Green. And Burkick versus Barry. Burkick gets the two. Nice find there by Brown.
Some nice two-man game between the big fellas there. Puts Burkick to 20 points to the game.
Burkick is having a stellar night for Gippsland. As McQueen drives. Looks like Ben Barlow's stuck his hands in there and is going to be called for the foul. No, he's not. The foul's going to go to Burkick. It's his third. And that's McQueen standing at the free throw line to shoot two.
It's been a very good quarter of basketball.
Missed the first.
The shooting woes keep going for McKinnon. They are 7 of 15 from the line, which I'm sure Coach McKinnon is not liking at all.
Makes the second. Pulls the gap back to 2 points as McKinnon looked to pressure the ball full court. Washington gets the on-ball screen, double on-ball screen. Goes to the rack. Pretty tough drive there for two.
Very, very tough finish, and that puts Washington in the triple sevens. He's got 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists.
As Manasseh steps back and shoots over Burkick for two.
So that's what we've known Manasseh to do for so many years in Big V, is that step back midi.
And he sticks his hands in to steal the ball. Oh no. We had no arrow for a little bit there. It's McKinnon ball.
I thought that was a little bit interesting with that call, considering there wasn't really a held ball until that, only in the early part, but not so much in that later part. So, but Gippsland will be very happy that if it does go to another jump ball situation, it falls in their favour.
A little bit of poor ball handling, by Washington there. And that's what Manasseh's been known for. He's sticking his hand in the cookie jar and getting them steals.
I said, I'm pretty sure he was leading McKinnon 4 steals per game with 2, and tonight he's got 2. So a consistent outing in that regard.
As the Cougars look to tie the game, if not take the lead. McQueen looks at the three, says no, goes into Green, who's met at the ring. And a foul has been drawn by Burkick.
Burkick's got to be very careful here. He's just picked up his 4th.
Great basketball contest there at the ring. That's just what we want to see, isn't it? 2 players going up, one going for a dunk, one going for the block. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's good to see challenges at the rim.
Oh, Green misses the first, and it only just got to the ring.
I think he's feeling a bit fatigued. He hasn't come off at all this game, and feeling it, no doubt, because he has put on a great performance.
Able to recoup and make the second. 1 point lead to Gippsland. 4 minutes 50 remaining in the fourth.
McKinnon have dropped back into a half-court man here, trying to conserve some energy.
Morhu trying to cross his player up. Hands have been stuck in there by Green.
It's only his first personal for the game. He's done well to stay out of in those situations. Very efficient defense.
Especially when he gets his first foul for sticking his hand in the cookie jar on a guard.
Absolutely. You can live with that any day of the week.
100%. He's rolling the dice, trying to get the ball for the Cougars, which is great to see. Just doesn't want to pick up a second one here. As Manasseh sticks his hand in, knocks the ball free, and it comes off a Gippsland foot. Yep. McKinnon are going to have the ball.
Yep, Manasseh has certainly been a bit of a disruptive force at the moment for McKinnon.
He's definitely turned the game a little bit here, Manasseh, which he's known for across the league. He's done it multiple years in the Big V Championship, and there's another 2 to take the lead back.
He's had quite a few lead changes this quarter.
He's got himself 18 points, and I recall speaking at the half that he might have had 6, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a lot as he tries to stick his hand in cookie jar again, does Manasseh, and is called for a foul. That's his second, by the looks of things. That's his third. Is Barry coming back into the game?
Yes, it is. Looking to finish this one out.
Morhu getting off some screens with plenty of space. And there's Washington and Manasseh. Brown for 3. Looks good from here. Can't get it in. Washington with the rebound for 2. And that's Gippsland back in the lead.
Washington putting together a really all-round game here.
We've got 3 minutes, 37 remaining, and that's the lead is going to chop and change for the last 3 minutes, I believe, as a foul has been called on the rebound. It's going against McKinnon, being assigned to Green. And McKinnon are in the bonus. So Gippsland are going to walk to the other end of the court and shoot 2 free throws.
And Burkett's going to go to the line here. Gippsland have been 11 of 14 from the free throw, but a really interesting stat is 8 from 19 from 3, 42%.
Gippsland to shoot at 47% for the game from the field. It's quite good for Gippsland.
Very efficient.
Burkick rolls in and makes the first. Makes the second. Extends that lead to 3.
And that puts Burkick to 22 points for the game.
It's McQueen on the wing to Manasseh, who's been dominant for the Cougars this quarter. Steps back, creates enough space to shoot over Washington and nails it.
I can't tell you how many countless times I've seen Troyce Manasseh do that. He has been extremely quiet all game. He's got 10 points this quarter. He's up to 20.
Brown, top of the keyway, couldn't go to work on Green, so dished it out to Washington. And there's McKinnon sticking their hand in again. Late in the shot clock for Gippsland. Washington throws up the 3. Can't get it to drop. It looked like it was nearly going to drop after the two bounces on the ring.
Probably find the next couple of minutes that there's a lot of structured plays being run here to try and drag down the clock.
McQueen and Morhu. That's a great matchup as he goes to work. Bounces it over the ring, unfortunately, and Benny Barlow pulls in another rebound. Gippsland go down the other end. Green and Brown. That's been another great contest between them two.
Absolutely. It's a matchup that's certainly very intriguing, and they both match up very well. But tell you what, Green's having a game. 25 points and 16 rebounds here. What an awesome...
Washington gets free. Pulls up. That's long. No good. Very long. As McKinnon looked to run, Burkick's able to interrupt.
It's well played there by Burkick.
And this game has definitely brought everything tonight for us. We've got 2 minutes remaining, 1 point game. Brown going against Gok, who's on 4 fouls. And Gippsland unfortunately turned the ball over.
Starting to see some very tired bodies out there.
Keep in mind, McKinnon will have to back it up tomorrow. When they host Pakenham, I believe.
They do, yep.
Go home and get a nice sleep in their own bed tonight. Sleep in, get back up, play Pakenham. At least Pakenham will have a game tonight as well.
Absolutely.
As Barry has it at the top of the keyway to Green, shot fake. Unfortunately, misses everything short. Them tired legs playing the full game, starting to feel the toll for Green. As Washington, ball in hand, ball's been in Washington's hand a fair bit more this quarter. Brown, jabs. Can't get the 3-point to drop as McQueen runs and then steadies it down. No. Turns a corner. Angok for 3. Make that. 2-point lead, McKinnon. 1 minute, 3 seconds remaining here in the Gippsland Regional Indoor Sports Stadium. There's a big 3-pointer there from McKinnon. As Morhu tries to go past McQueen, can't. Barlow tries to go past Barry. Dishes out. Burkick has the ball stripped. Manassa pushing. Angok goes up. The referee's called a foul, though, before that. The foul is going to be called as the referees have a chat. Cancel the basket. Foul is called on Gippsland. Morhu. Manassa's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.